Hello, and welcome to the comfort zone. Do you see what I did there? Did you like it? I like it. I think it's pretty smart. Anyway, today we are going to talk about our favorite comfort albums. And when I say comfort albums, I mean albums that make you feel safe and like held, and you just listen to them when you're stressed or you're anxious and they like instantly make you feel better. Before we dive into this video though, there are some rules to the comfort zone that I need everybody to be aware of. Rule number 1, you need to be somewhere cozy, either in bed, on the couch, wherever. Rule number 2, you need to be wearing something comfy. I'm talking pajamas, I'm talking sweatpants, I'm talking a hoodie, and get like wrapped up in a blanket and just Rule number 3 is kind of optional, but if you like hot beverages, get yourself a hot beverage or get a snack. You deserve a nice snack. Is this ASMR? I'm trying something new with the microphone. Do we like it? Do I sound better? I have no idea what that sounded like. So to start out this video, I've figured I would talk about my favorite comfort albums and share those with you. And then I also asked you all on Instagram what your favorite comfort albums were. I will be reading some of those. But yeah, so follow me on Instagram for the next time I ask for your all's opinions or suggestions about something, and maybe you'll be featured in a video. This whole video was just a plug to get you to follow me on Instagram. So I have about 7 albums that I could think of. My first one is actually Scaled and Icy. I'm still on the Scaled and Icy 21 Pilots train right now, but it's true. It really does make me feel better, and I just realized that the other day. I put it on and I'm like, hey. Shy Away for some reason makes me feel really safe and happy. It just feels like Tyler's going like this. He's just holding ya. He's like, it's gonna be okay, friend. The entirety of Scaled and Icy, even the last 2 songs, which are very, 180 from the rest of the album, but those are my favorites. We all know how I feel about No Chances. We all know this. Shut up. This is what I wanted. Shut up. I mean, obviously this album is very different from their other albums in the past, but that's good. Artists are allowed to change up their sound. And also I like that it's still connected to like the Dima story and the lore and everything. It's just a fun, happy, light sounding album, and we could use a little bit more of that, The next one is actually on my list because I tie it to nostalgia. This album is from, I think, 2000 or 2001. It's Avril Lavigne's very first album called Let Go. I think she was like 17 when this came out, or at least when she recorded it. She was a little baby child. It's very like late 90s, early 2000s sounding. So if you want to just like, if you're a 90s kid and you just want to dive back into your childhood, definitely recommend this album for sure. The next one is After Laughter by Paramore. This is another really fun sounding album. Honestly, it's really similar to Scaled and Icy because it's like, hey, life sucks, but also we're gonna make it sound fun. So let's go. Like, that's exactly what Hard Times is about. Hard Times is such a good song. Honestly, this whole album is so good. I have a lot of albums or songs that I have tied to memories and like specific periods of time in my life, and this is definitely one of them because it came out in 2017. So I think it came out in like May. So I listened to this album the entire summer of 2017. I was still in college, having a great time. I don't know, I just remember that being a good time in my life. The next album on my list is Patrick Stump's solo album called Soul Punk. This city, is my city. Fun fact, this actually came out on my birthday I think it came out in 2011. It was on my birthday, October 18th. The first time I listened to this album, I think it was 2014. I had like just gotten into Fall Out Boy, having a great time, loving my new Fall Out Boy obsession. And then I discovered that Patrick had a solo album. I literally had no idea. I put it on and I was like, what? And I was very unsure about it for like the longest time, but the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me. This album is also associated with a specific time in my life. Around the time I started listening to this album was the summer of 2014, and I just started my very first job. I'm not gonna say where because it didn't go well, and I got let go after 2 weeks of being there because basically I was too shy. Because that's a thing that you can fire somebody for. Still not over it. It did some damage to my self-esteem. Anyway, yes, that is a bad memory. But there's one song specifically on this album that I remember listening to after I got fired. Like, I'm pretty sure I had it on repeat, and it's called Coast, and it's basically like the whole message is like, things are gonna get better, it's gonna be fine, just coast with me for the 3 minutes long that the song is. I guess my little insecure, shy 18-year-old self needed to hear these words from Patrick Stump. I don't know, I was a sensitive being. Whatever, moving on. The next album on my list is Sarah Bareilles' album called The Blessed Unrest. This came out in 2013. I also have a very specific memory associated with this album. I think the first time I listened to this album was on the plane ride home from Sundance in 2017. I'll have a little Sundance vlog if you're interested. So this album, it's honestly so good. I think my dad recommended it to me and he said that I would like it, and he was correct. So Sarah Bareilles, if you don't know, she blew up from her song Love Song back in like 2008. I discovered her through that song in middle school. I never really listened to any of her albums until this one, and I just love every song on this album. I love her voice. I love the piano stuff that she does. Most of her songs do sound a little like jazzy, but this is like jazzy pop, contemporary kind of vibes. It's so good though. Next on my list is any album/EP of Dodie's, but specifically her latest album called Build a Problem is really good.
I think I've been telling lies, 'cause I've never been in love.
What I like about Dodie is like her voice is just, she's like very soft spoken, and also when she sings, like her voice is just really soft, and it's kind of like ASMR-y to me. Her newest album, Build a Problem, is so beautiful because she's got strings in pretty much every song. Dodie makes the type of music that really does like make you feel like this. It just makes you feel relaxed, and because it's very chill, it's not in your face at all. So definitely if I'm like in a mood where I'm like, I want to listen to music but I don't want anything too like upbeat and exciting sounding right now, I need something a bit more mellow and nice and comforting to listen to, listen to Dodie. Hi, you want to say hi? I don't know if you can hear that, but she sniffed the microphone. Go lay down somewhere? Thank you. Oh, she's gonna lay right here. Oh, I wish you could see her. She's being so cute. I love you. You want to make noise again? No, don't smack it. No. She was trying to play with it. Stop. So the next album is actually Max's album. I feel like it's kind of obvious why it's on here. I have a lot of good memories associated with this album. Through the making of this album and through the making of like all the music videos that we did for the songs on this album got us here. It's just crazy that we started out as friends 3 years ago, and then he was like, hey, you want to do my music videos? And I was like, duh, of course I do. What? And by like the second music video, we were like, oh shoot, I think I like you. And now here we are. We gonna get married. It's crazy. That's weird. Definitely if I'm ever in a mood where I miss Max and like, you know, I haven't seen him in a while or whatever, I'll put this on and be like, it's like he's here. But also, I need everybody to go listen to his album because it's great. Not only will you be supporting him, but you'll also be supporting me because that's my future husband. So go buy his album and support us financially. Okay, thanks. The next things on my list are not albums, but I still feel like they need to be mentioned because they do bring me comfort. And the first thing is Phil Collins. Just Phil Collins. I don't know what it is about Phil Collins. He writes some bangers. In the Air Tonight, hello, classic. The entire Tarzan soundtrack, classic. I think my favorite song of his is called Easy Lover. So freaking good. Definitely recommend if you've never heard that before. Phil freaking Collins, dude. Next on my list is a song. It's a Billie Eilish song called My Future. That song really does ease anxiety for me. It makes me feel all bundled up and safe. I do love Billie's voice in general anyway, so that definitely adds to it. But there's something about the music too that just makes you feel held and safe. So those were all of my comfort albums / artists / song. So now I'm going to look at what your all's comfort albums were. A lot of it was obviously 21 Pilot albums, same. Someone mentioned pretty much all of the Fall Out Boy albums, which also same. I can definitely relate to that too. There is something very comforting about Fall Out Boy. Again, it's tied to nostalgia because I discovered them in high school. Well, not discovered. I became obsessed with them in high school. A couple people mentioned Taylor Swift. Her 2 newest albums, they're very comforting. I'm not gonna lie, like even I was like, dang, this is nice. I wouldn't consider myself a Taylor Swift fan. I can admit she's a good songwriter. Someone said 1975. What does this stand for? ILIWYS. I thought it was I like to watch you sleep or something along the lines of that. Oh, it's so long. I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful yet so unaware of it. That's too long. But no, this album is actually really good. Yeah, I remember listening to this because I definitely had a little bit of a phase where I also liked the 1975. It gets so sad. I forgot how sad this album gets, like towards the end, but also the sound, so good. Somebody else, so good. Lost My Head is so good. She's American, so good. This album's so good. Max said that his favorite comfort album is I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. I know he's told me how to pronounce this. Is it Milo's, I can't. Oh no. Xyloto? Is that? Max, I'm so sorry. I love you so much, but I can't remember how to pronounce this. By Coldplay. Yeah, he loves Coldplay. I don't know this album. I know Paradise. I think that's about it. I'll have to listen to my fiance's favorite comfort album for sure. That's important. I also asked on my YouTube community page. Someone commented musicals, The Sound of Music soundtrack, An American in Paris. Someone said Trench, Vessel, or music from 70s to 80s, like Queen, David Bowie, The Police. Me too. I grew up on classic rock music, so same. A lot of that is also tied to nostalgia for me. Someone said Regional at Best is crazy comforting. Listen, I think I've probably listened to Regional at Best maybe once in its entirety. Since they don't have that album out like on Spotify or anywhere where I could legally listen to it, I feel weird about listening to it. I mean, I guess I can listen to it on YouTube, but the money's not going towards them. So I feel like I'm not supporting them when I do that. But also, they don't need my money. Look at me right now. Look at me. Look at me. They don't need any more of my money. I've given them so much of my money. You know what? You're right. Never mind. I'm just gonna listen to it on YouTube. Okay. I've been talking for way too long about my favorite comfort albums and sharing your favorite comfort albums. This was fun. I hope you had a nice comforting time. I know I did. And Frankie did. Frankie is sprawled out on my bed right now. She's having the best time. Frank, you are so cute. Oh my god, look at your little face. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to see more of my face. And leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite comfort albums are if you did not let me know on Instagram already. And I guess I should probably plug my Instagram again. Follow me on Instagram. Also, I keep forgetting to mention this, but I do have affiliate links with Amazon now. So in my description, I have links to all of my filming equipment. So it's like my camera, my microphone, my lights, like all that stuff. If you click on that link and you buy like the camera I use, for example, I will get a little bit of a commission from that. So that's pretty neato. If that's something you're interested in, check it out. Or if it's just something that you're curious about what I use to film my videos, check it out. Thank you again for watching. I hope this video brought you comfort. Thanks for hanging out with me in the comfort zone. Have a great day. Bye. Was just making sure my mic was on. I already forgot. I'm trying not to. Anyway, some I've heard of like the artist, but I've never sat and listened to that full album.